Coming up tonight, Singapore sending a plane and crew to assist in US evacuation efforts from Afghanistan. New pictures of the first panda born in Singapore is starting to show markings around its legs, eyes and ears. And fans of Paw Patrol, we have a fantastic giveaway for you this week, so don't go anywhere. This is the Straits Times Newsnight. Good evening, I'm Chow So-An. The Republic of Singapore Air Force is sending a plane and crew to help in the ongoing US evacuation efforts from Afghanistan. This follows the US formally accepting Singapore's offer of assistance when US Vice President Kamala Harris was in Singapore this week. Defence Minister Dr. Ng Eng Hen was at Changi Air Base this evening to send off the crew. The tanker aircraft will be used specifically to transport evacuees currently relocated in Qatar to Germany or other receiving countries.
So I spoke to the men and women in this mission. They know their mission, they believe in it, they know that there are risks involved. But I want to commend them because within 48 hours of the offer, they have gotten ready. And I think they are good to go. And I told them to be mindful and careful of the threats, and yet at the same time do their mission well. And I wish them all the best, and I know that they'll do a good job.
Now, taking a look at Singapore's COVID-19 situation, the number of daily local cases is topping more than 100 for the third straight day. Of the 112 locally transmitted infections, 88 are linked and 24 are unlinked. 40 of today's cases are linked to the Bugis Junction cluster, which has now grown to 101 in total. 4 imported cases were also confirmed today. Now, if you've tried to collect your free masks today but found that the outlet you were at was out of stock, you're not alone. Queues began forming over an hour before distribution began at some malls this morning, and some outlets ran out of stock by around noon today, the first day of Temasek Foundation's exercise. Under this exercise, each household can collect 50 medical-grade surgical masks and 25 N95 respirator masks at selected malls and supermarket outlets island-wide. When asked about the supply seemingly running out, Temasek Foundation said that although collection points may run out of masks temporarily, there is sufficient stock available, and residents can either visit the other collection points nearby or come back on another day. Nearly 3,000 home buyers will face an even longer wait for their BTO flats after the main contractor for the 5 BTO projects went out of business. All works at the 5 sites have stopped since August 20th. The BTO projects are the Sky Vista at Bukit Batok, Senja Heights and Senja Ridges in Bukit Panjang, Marsiling Grove in Woodlands and West Coast Parkview in Clementi. HDB informed the affected home buyers that the main contractors, called Great Earth Corporation and Great Earth Construction, had run into financial difficulties, and it's not known how long the delay will be. Now, turning to news from the courts, a former deputy group director at the Land Transport Authority has pleaded guilty to corruption. Henry Foo Yong Tai admitted to taking about $1.24 million in bribes in the form of loans from contractors and subcontractors. Until he quit in 2019, he had oversight of the construction of MRT stations and tunnels on the Thomson East Coast and Cross Island lines. And a series of molest cases were charged in court today, all unrelated. One of the 10 cases was an elderly doctor who had allegedly molested a female patient at a clinic where he worked. Chua Ki Loy, 70, is accused of committing the offence on August 5th last year. He was at the Chua Clinic and Surgery in Yishun Avenue 3 when he allegedly touched a 27-year-old woman's right cheek and breast over her clothing with his left hand. The Singaporean doctor was one of 10 men charged with molestation today. In unrelated incidents, 9 other men were also charged. Some of these men cannot be named to protect the identity of their victims. One of them, a 46-year-old Singaporean, faces 4 molestation charges after he allegedly targeted his stepdaughter multiple times in an Yishun flat, starting from when she was 13. Another man, a 63-year-old Singaporean, is said to have molested his 14-year-old granddaughter on 2 separate occasions. 45-year-old Chinese national was handed 6 charges. He is accused of molesting his 47-year-old colleague at their workplace in Mandai. And the first baby panda born here in Singapore is growing well. Since its birth on August 14th, the little one has grown rapidly and has started developing more apparent black markings. And in just a few weeks, it can be expected to open its eyes and even take its first steps. If you want to see for yourself, from today, members of the public can observe Jia and possibly catch a rare glimpse of her cub via a panda cam being screened at the giant panda forest at River Safari. But if you can't make it down, don't worry. The Panda Sneak Peek has just been launched. It is an hour-long video that will broadcast on WRS's YouTube channel each day. So members of the public can tune in to observe the cub's progress and the precious moments between Jia and her baby. And the Japanese garden at the Istana gets a makeover for the first time since it was built in 1967. All thanks to a collaboration between the President's Office and the National Parks Board. Its new features include a rock garden, water cascade, stone bridge and pine forest. At the launch of the Japanese garden today, President Halimah Yacob described it as a space where tranquility meets beauty and tradition. Ticket holders to the National Day Istana Open House on Saturday will be among the first members of public to enjoy the improved Japanese garden. And fans of Paw Patrol, your favorite fluffy friends are back in action, and this time on the big screen. In their cinema debut, the pups are off to Adventure City to save its citizens from Mayor Humdinger's dangerous plans. The challenge of life in the big city and a series of high-stakes rescues will push Ryder and his trusty teams of puppies to their limits as they learn what it means to be true heroes. The fun, furry film hits our shores today, and we have a little surprise just for Newsnight's Facebook viewers. Thanks to United International Pictures Singapore, we have 3 hampers, which include 2 in-season passes to catch the movie in theatres, as well as a set of 4 wristbands and the cutest plush hat to give away. All you have to do is follow ST's Facebook page and let us know in the comments below, why are you excited to catch Paw Patrol the movie? And we'll pick our favourite responses. Tune in tomorrow for the results. Starting today, the film is in cinemas island-wide, so go catch it. And that wraps up the Straits Times Newsnight. Do visit straitstimes.com to see more news and videos, and subscribe to our YouTube channel by hitting the button below. Keep safe, and I'll see you tomorrow.